she got to, It says, who set up your Pearson appointment? KK. Then it says, they got my lingerie and my nipples got infected. They got caught in my lingerie, and my nipples got infected. I took them off. What did Sean say? He said, where are my piercings? This is the last time I want to see you without them. Oh, shit. So Diddy gets mad that, oh, it's Simone.
I wanted to give you an afternoon update. I'm going to give you a moment real quickly for everyone to come on and join in. But this is an update on Jane Doe's testimony, okay? Jane Doe, she is on the stand now. This is an update on her testimony. And y'all, it's not looking good for the prosecution on this one.
Oh, word?
It's not looking good. Listen, I told you guys yesterday, I had some serious concerns about where the prosecution was going with this, and they haven't gotten there. We got major issues. Now, number one of the first issues is, where is KK? Where are D-Rock? The prosecution is going to really need to call someone like KK, the chief of staff, to bring this RICO organization together. Now, I testified previously, and I had said, let us know where you're joining from as you're watching. I testified, stated previously, I was like, KK is expected to be on the stand next week. She is expected to be one of the last witnesses. But here's the thing, guys. They currently said Jane, who's on the stand now, that Jane is supposed to be there until up to like next Thursday, which doesn't leave room if they're actually still planning to call KK. And then as far as D-Rock, same thing. I said I wasn't too sure about D-Rock, but I did feel that they needed to have some form of security. It says so far, I think it froze for a second for me. But here's the other thing. Remember, I said they really need to have KK on that stand next week to really bring together the RICO enterprises. It looks like KK may not be coming. Here's why I say that. The other day, there was this huge debate over an exhibit. The judge has not yet made a formal ruling, but it's a text message string that's got Diddy on it, it's got D-Rock, and it's got KK. And it's where Diddy is, they're organizing to basically like fly in some S workers or something along those lines. It's basically talking about helping to prove up the RICO enterprise. The problem is there's a dispute on whether it can come in as evidence. Now, the prosecution is saying it should be allowed in as these people are co-conspirators. Here's the problem, Your Honor. I mean, here's the problem, audience. You guys are the jury. I'm used to being your honor. The problem is that generally, if you're going to have the witness take the stand, the witness who's in that email string, in that text message string, can take the stand and authenticate it. But by the sounds of the argument for that motion, D-Rock ain't taking the stand, and neither is KK, which is why they're having trouble getting that text message string admitted into evidence. Hey guys, hit that subscribe as you come on in. Hit that subscribe. Also, let me know your questions in the chat, and I'm going to get to the summary of Jane Doe's morning testimony. If you're new here, I'm your legal bestie, Attorney Simone. I'm an attorney, and I break down celebrity cases on YouTube here on my channel, Girl Is That Legal. Now, remember, as you're listening to me, I have not, quote, picked a side. People are like, oh, you need to pick your side. No, you hit the wrong place, baby. That's not what I'm here for. I am telling you from a legal perspective, as an attorney who has done this type of work, right? Hey, Dennis, how are you doing? As an attorney, I'm telling you the holes, the strengths, the weaknesses, so that you guys can be the jury and you guys can make a determination on how. Hit that like button as you come. So weak that my concern is that it's going to water down even the stronger evidence that's there for Cassie. Now, here's why. One of the strongest pieces was this morning. There was audio that was played in the court, audio from one of their hotel nights. She called them hotel nights. In Cassie's instance, they called it the free calls. And in the audio, you hear Jane basically saying that she wanted to use a condom. And Diddy is saying, oh, girl, you need to take that D. What you worried about a condom now was the gist. So in other words, he's coercing her to be intimate with this male hooker without a condom. Yeah. Okay. That doesn't mean S trafficking though. It says that doesn't mean S trafficking. S trafficking has to be using coercion or threats to force someone or to get someone to do something against their will. Here, honestly, what we've heard is that she really, really loves Diddy. I mean, this woman loves Diddy down. Do y'all know they were together up until the day?
Y'all say it's not love, it's just money. But it looked like you don't think Daphne loved Diddy at all? You think it's only for the money? Because here's my thing. Daphne, she's like, how many followers she got? Bro, she got, let's see. Bro, she got 1.6 million followers. She looks pretty good. Like, she could find like some rich guy to take care of her, bro. You don't think so? Let's say she needs 20,000 a month. She could find some rich guy to give her 20 bands a month, my dude. Like, what I'm thinking is that no, she wanted to be with Diddy. Like, she wants to be the trophy wife of somebody important. She know who she just fuck with, which is 50. Yeah, I think there had to be, even if you think the love is not coming from a just honest place, there got to be some love there, you know. And also, this is another thing I always I say to y'all. Even a woman who's a gold digger, after a while, she catches feelings for the person. You ever see two people together and you're like, damn, how do you bag her? Listen, maybe she entertained the motherfucker because it was just, oh, there's a financial incentive, but over time, unless you're a psychopath, you kind of like the person. I do think she did like it, right? Yeah, but because if it's only for money, look at this chick. Like, she could definitely find some crypto guy to give her 20 bands a month. If she's throwing neck like that, bro, she's getting fucked left, right, center. So, like, I can't believe, and again, we're still not hearing any, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not hearing no life-changing money. Like, we're not hearing money like, for example, we're not hearing, oh shit, Diddy gave her 300,000. Like, he's giving her 5 bands, 10 bands. Like, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. Like, to keep it 100, when I'm with a girl, that's what I give it. I'm like, all right, man, get out of my face, man. Go shop or some shit like that. You do it to your girl. That's not simple, by the way. That's just real shit. But Diddy's not like giving her like, yo, here's 50 bands or here's 100,000. So I do think that part of why she likes him is because of who he is. He's Diddy. She wants to be with Diddy. Like to this day, I'm still trying to see like the big money that Diddy was giving these chicks. Like, granted, these chicks are broke as shit. So like 10, 15 bands is still a lot of money. But if it's only money, she could find some crypto nigga to give her that money, bro. You don't think so? Come on.
Day of his arrest, she was not leaving this man. And what it really sounds like, y'all,
Somebody said you pay for them to leave, not for the act.
is that she.
Somebody said save her. Hell no. I think her price probably went up. I ain't gonna lie, she better drop her OnlyFans now. After all the shit she just submitted to, she better drop her OnlyFans now.
Knew he had other girlfriends. She wanted to be the last woman standing. She continues to refer to him as my partner, my lover. She loved this man.
Yeah, she wanted him to love her. Again, of course, money's a thing. One of the things I love when people say it when they see two people, or they'll say let's say Diddy, they'd be like, he probably think they with him because of anything but the money. Like, when you're Diddy or whoever, it's baked in the cake that you are famous and rich. You know what I mean? Like, it's only people who aren't famous and rich try to separate the person. Like, part of their identity is that they're famous and rich. So, people be like, yo, he wouldn't be getting her if he was broke. Well, he wouldn't be Diddy if he was broke. You know what I mean? So, someone liking Diddy, yes, they probably do like his lifestyle and like the fact that he's famous as well.
And that her strategy was to be the last woman standing, and that he would then settle down with her perhaps one day. Now, how do you get there? You got to make all of his nasty little fantasies come true. And that's what she was focused on doing. I'm not seeing a level of coercion that in any way would bring this over to the S trafficking. Now, there's more days of testimony. We are just on the morning, so I'm just talking about what happened this morning. Hold on, let me read this. It says, hey, everyone. Yeah. And here's the other thing, y'all.
Come on, let's go.
Now, y'all were mad at me. I was live. I was really frustrated yesterday because, number one, I felt like the prosecution ended at a poor point. That you need to end on a strong point so that when the jury goes home and thinks about what they heard that day, they're like, oh, yeah, maybe we see something here. And instead, I felt like it was almost an insult to the jury to have this woman take the stand and say that basically she didn't want to work and that her sole sources of income were child support and an allowance of $10,000 a month from Diddy, and that made her feel coerced into doing what Diddy wanted. When you've got people on the jury, we've got a masseuse, we've got a deli worker, we've got a warehouse worker.
Jack, I keep telling you how the price of pussy is cheap as shit nowadays. Let's do the math. 10,000 a month. Niggas having you freak off every pretty much 3-day long freak off. Like literally, remember she said freak offs felt like work. So let's do 10,000. I'm doing the math on the calculator. Actually, I put a calculator here. 10,000 divided by 30. So she was getting paid $333 a day to do free calls, bro. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This, as I keep telling you, if somebody told you for a nice installment, for a nice layaway plan, $333 a day, you can get her to fuck 10 niggas a day, suck you off to infinity and beyond, give you massages, cook for you, everything. I'm sorry. I don't even think it's tricking at that point. What the fuck? She was doing this for 10 bands a month. This is crazy. By the way, I wonder if she was doing I wonder if she was yo, she probably did the female thing. Listen to this, chat. This is what because it doesn't make sense if she's paying $10,000 for a home. She only gets 10 from Diddy. Here's the thing though, chat. This is my thought. I think it was pronounced or like it was announced. I think 50 was paying for the. I don't know exactly what his child support situation was, but I think 50 was paying for the home because the kid was a lot of times agreements is that you gotta pay for the place that the kid's gonna be living in when you making all that money that 50 is. Sometimes you gotta pay for the driver, you gotta pay for that. So I think 50 was paying for the place. However, when she's trying to negotiate an allowance, right, with Diddy, the best way for her to leverage and ask for more money is to say, Sean, I need this amount of money. This is my bill. This is my rent. She's not doing that shit, bro. 50 paying that. But she gets to say, I need 10 bands because my rent 10 bands. Right? Now, it probably got into rocky times because remember, she moved out to LA. And I don't know when 50 found out that she was fucking with Diddy, but she moved out to LA to be closer to Diddy. I think 50 was paying for the house, but when she was trying to get money from Diddy, she would tell Diddy, I got bills, my nigga. I need 10 bands. I really need 20. Remember, she wanted 20. And he said, I ain't doing 20. She said, give me 15. I ain't doing, I'll give you 10. She said, give me 10. I think 50 was paying for that shit. Think about it. Her rent alone is 10 bands. She wouldn't be able to pay nothing else. No car, no nothing. But I think her basic necessities, including rent, were taken care of by 50.
We must work together.
The money Diddy was giving her straight to her. But even then, let's go down. That money for 30 days, 10,000 comes out to a measly $333. She was getting freaked off. $333 a day. I know y'all hard on thighs. Y'all don't know the trick and stick and all that shit.
Terrorists win.
Would you pay for this chick to fuck on command anybody you want? Well, obviously you wouldn't have her fuck other people, but fuck on demand. $333 a day.
This is what we have been working for.
She needed it or liked that amount of money so much because Diddy would constantly threaten taking it away. All right, you want to freak off today? All right, I'm about to stop giving you that $10. give you right?
The jury who don't make that in a whole month, and she's complaining about that. Now, there was also strong evidence that was supported. She reinforced evidence of transportation for prostitution. They had a rundown list of the passengers that she was intimate with, and she
I put
established.
some. I put like.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
This is how this case is fucking me up. We've been hearing about so much bodily fluids. I looked at this and I'm like, this shit look like piss. This shit look like one of them freak off piss bottles. Like, ew. But it was actually lemonade. I tell you, bro.
Established that they lived in one city or would come to another.
Now is
Basically,
the
all they
time.
have to show is that transportation occurred, dealing with 2 different states. But at this point, it's like, girl, get a job. Why won't you just get a job if this is such a big deal?
We lost the bomb.
Attorney Simone, let me say this to you. I know a few women. I know a few women.
I'm throwing the flashback.
I'll even mention the situation. I don't want to dox the person or just expose who it is.
Molotov.
There was I was with a woman. And here's the thing. When she found out how much I was making, it was impossible to even mention any word that started with a J and N. Trust. At one point, I said to her, I said, listen, I'll pay for everything anyway. But at this time, listen, an idle woman a woman with all the time. Women gotta get a job. You know that. Your woman gotta have a job. Otherwise, you become the job. It's all up in my business. I couldn't cheat in peace. I couldn't do nothing. This is, and it's listen. This is years ago. Okay, over 5 years. So, whoever y'all think about now. So, I'm telling her, I'm like,
Counter terrorists win.
I gotta work. I said, how about you get a job? Whatever you get at the job, you know, buy whatever you want. Like, I pay for everything anyway. We got into a huge fight over it. Because at first, I think I was trying to get her a job at a bank. I mean, she basically told me, she says the only job she would do, she said, I want a job that is like cool like your job. And I'm like, she's like, basically she was telling me, nigga, I ain't getting a motherfucking job. I don't want to work. I'm good. I don't want nothing that I gotta actually work. If I'm not feeling like I'm having fun and it's not work, I don't want to do it. So, lo and behold, she never got it. So again, I know Simone is a lawyer. She's like, what? Women think, nah, I don't mad with women like this. They're allergic to anything that starts with a J and end with a B. That's a fact. One guy, and I'm not saying all women, because I know some women. Remember I told you, Shorty, you see, now I'm like 3 years single.
Terrorists win.
Remember I told you, I was dealing with a girl, and like, I think I blasted him, but I was like, yo, bro, could you stop calling me about this? He's like, he would call me like, yo, my girl at your house, bro? I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, she was from the chat, actually, low key. Like, I swear. So I was dating this, not, I wasn't dating, but I was dealing with this girl. She low key watched the stream. She from the chat. And this whole time, and I remember like trying to tell her to quit because we were dealing with each other for like a few months. She worked at T-Mobile, and I was the whole time I'm like, wait, you're leaving my house to go to fucking T-Mobile? She was. You get what I'm saying? And she still works there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was trying to get her to quit, but the only thing I'm like, yo, if I get her to quit her job, I gotta be locked in. Cause like, ain't no like somebody quit their job is gonna be like, nigga, you talking about you. Now you over here trying to like. But anyway, there are some women who, and by the way, even then, while she was dealing with me for like a couple months, she still kept going to work. Hey, I'm just trying to get to work. And I'm like, bro, I'm paying you T-Mobile. Like, $50 an hour, I don't know what the fuck you get paid. But she was a hard worker, and I respect her a lot, by the way. She was always going to work, always going to work. I respect that. It wasn't about how much she got paid. It was about
Terrorists win.
But there are many women when they fuck with, and especially if they're all like Daphne, yeah. Yo, she's allergic to a job. Nigga, what the fuck? She ain't gonna work. So I can see why Simone doesn't understand that, but I know some chicks who they're allergic to it. Trust.
Specifically, y'all, defense is going to be able to get in and ask her, well, how much are you getting for child support? Like I said, I told y'all last time, I think she was getting between $7,000 and $12,000 a month for child support. She sure is. She is getting something around that $7,000 a month for child support. There's so many people on this jury who don't get anything near that and may not even make that per month. So, in other words, she could have lived just fine on that child support, but didn't want to work. That doesn't bring it to coercion. It says, somebody said McDonald's can't pay for her lifestyle. That's true. But here's the thing. Here's some facts. Okay. I'm going to give you facts to bite on. I'm not going to call anybody no names today. We're going to deal with facts. And I want to hear in the.
Yeah, and that's true too. I've also realized, I won't say about every woman, but a woman who is usually allergic to a job, they start selling pussy in one way or another. That's true too.